So after the bass design phases, we've and the drum construction. We've got a drum loop here that I have made to start the construction of the musical. We're now ready to start the construction of the musical phase. So basically, what I did was I started out. I want the first bar to be, obviously very impactful in the drop. It needs to be like the main sort of point of reference and point of impact for like where the rest of the tune goes. So musically, like I say, drum and bass is fairly simple. I wanted to start out an octave higher, like I wanted to go from an octave down basically as my first musical movement. A lot of drum and bass songs will start with like a short 16th or like a tripleted 8th note. So when the second bass sound comes in, that is generally the most memorable sound in the tune. It's syncopated and offbeat. So with that in mind, I took the sounds that I had, as I had some short sounds. I thought I'd start off with a 16th. So we have that here. So we started off with the 8th, and then the 16th note. 8th note. Why am I calling them 16ths? 1, 2, 3, 4. 8 notes. I don't know why I keep calling them 16ths. That shows how much I still have to learn in my music theory. But anyway, yeah, we've got an 8th note as the start, and then obviously we don't want it to sound really regimented. So I thought, we'd go from the first bass into the second bass, and then pose another question here with the first bass returning down to like the sort of correct register, or the register that I want it to be in when it's playing its sort of more musical element. Obviously, like I say, drum and bass is very simple, so I thought I'd use like notes a semitone apart. Obviously, we're writing in the scale of F, which I've mentioned previously. It's a very low register. Comes through nicely on big speaker systems, and yeah, it lends itself very well to the genre. A lot of the tunes are in F, so we just we've gone from, what have we gone from? We've gone from I wrote this one in G. So we've gone from G to G sharp to G. Fantastic. That's a lovely Mozart bit of musical movement there. And so, yeah. Obviously, you're only hearing the first part of that note there. It does carry on into the second bar, which also gives me, a slightly different formation of the question for the response to the first, bass movement. And then, yeah, so I thought I'd move them around with an eye on the music theory behind what I was doing, with a bit of, obviously I have been referencing other people's songs and listening to the musical sort of movements and elements that they utilise in building those drum and bass patterns. And so we've got the drums here, and then well, all three bits together sounded like this. The bass is on their own, actually. So, why not? Let's just play the bass first. So I knew as soon as I had played that, really, without even having the drums there, that would probably work. And yeah, seems to. And then yeah, we went into the second bar here, and obviously left this note playing. It's the end of the answer to the first question, and it poses its own question into the second bar. So I thought we'd one important part of making this song is I noticed when I was looping various sections of other people's songs, each bar in itself sounds like its own musical idea, and it sounds satisfying on its own. It looped as like a bar, so I wanted to make sure that, you know, as I was creating my track, that, you know, the basses sounded bar for bar pretty strong, and they sounded like a complete question and answer section. So yeah, we've got the bass here. So at points we can see that some of the harmonic content for the bass is you know, a little bit all over the place. So that will definitely need sorting out in the mix down phase. There is this nice side chain on the bass group that I talked about in the earlier bass design videos. So with the side chain turned off, sounds a bit probably need the drums playing to contextualise it. You might not be able to hear it on the phone. That's without this side chain. With the side chain, so what the side chain is effectively doing is it's ducking volume out of parts of the sound that are playing, but it's also acting as like a filter and shaping the movement of the sounds. So I think that was like, you know, it can be considered as part of the sound design phase, but it's, you know, the sound design and mix down stages are actually helpful with the writing of the song at this stage, which is something that, you know, I've found when I was trying to write songs before, bass lines on their own without any drums as a reference was really very difficult, and I was unable to move forward. But yeah, this nice 2-bar section here, and yeah, I'm gonna take that and run with it and try and build a bigger tune.